Greetings and welcome to another exciting edition of Poet to Poet. I'm Robert Dunn and I'm still the host. I got an injunction that keeps me here, fortunately. And we're coming to you from the back fence in historic Greenwich Village, and the back fence has a long and noble tradition of poetry going back decades, and we're grateful to Bridget Murnahan, one of the last of the red-hot beat writers who lets us come in and film every once in a while. And we have a couple of red-hot poets to hold up the tradition. We have Jonathan Winell over here, and we have Michael Howley over there, and they will dazzle you with words right this very moment. But we'll start with Jonathan, if we could. Let's go through his bio here. He's got a master's in education from Queens College.
Yes.
Done some teaching, have you, or just?
Well, I worked in the school system, but that was quite some time ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh, pardon me, school psychologist for the New York City Board of Education.
Yes.
I better behave today. That's all I can say. Began writing poetry comparatively recently, and has then, since then, has set the world on fire, literally, doing readings at the Moroccan Star, Petra's, Carpo's, Sips.
Yeah, that was a place on, I think, Henry Street in Brooklyn.
The Saturn series, Yakety Yak, Here in the Back Fence, The Centerfold, a couple of Barnes & Nobles, let's see, and the St. Mark's Poetry Project.
Yeah, some nice.
Let's see, also been on Underground Radio.
Yes.
Station WUSA Lois Sida?
Yeah.
Radio. Can we actually talk about that, if it's underground?
I don't think they're even broadcasting anymore, but
They went a little too far underground, isn't it?
yes, unfortunately. No, they were a lot of fun.
All right. So how'd you get into St. Mark's?
I guess I was the good fortune of the person who was hosting it, Tracy Morris. She enjoyed my work, and she, after, I guess, reading at several opens, she decided that she wanted to give me a feature, which was last May, which was really exciting. I had a split program with these two performance artists, so I was given the first half of the program, and they had the second half, and it was really pretty exciting experience.
And they threw pies and did all that other stuff. Let me just explain for those who are not familiar with the St. Mark's Poetry Project. They have been in existence for about 250,000 years, and they put out the best that in the world. There's no getting around that. They're almost up to our standard. I couldn't resist that. Anyway, speaking of standards, how about a poem?
Oh, okay, terrific. This is a recent poem, but I'm kind of excited about this piece. This is based on a fragment from the Odyssey. It's actually a poem in 3 different parts. So I'll break it up by each different title, and I'll begin. It takes place, well, I'll give some introduction. It starts with Penelope, who's the wife of Odysseus, and it takes, the action is between Odysseus and the Cyclops, Polyphemus, who is the son of Poseidon. Okay, so I'll begin. Penelope's plea. Atop cold stone vacant prison floors, mirrors to a madness of power where deference deflects distempered sadness, behind the sliding steel and glass barriers of stagnated time, I lie upon an afternoon of mysteries. Bee-stung veils cover my face, obscuring even tears and laughter. Faithful like a birthmark, I await returning travelers with tales woven from the eyes of worms. Part 2, Odysseus on the island of the Cyclops. To travel this lonely earth alone, tormented, walk dawn-infected streets wary of nightfall, each inch an awakening dream never realized, the greatest of nobodies. Turning an endless geometry of corners, measuring cosines, tangents of each precipice, the quickest route between 2 points, a thoughtless sea pulverizing rocks into sand. How I came onto this island, birthed from an ocean of razor blades, thrust into the palm of a misfit existence, for only of recent I was champion to many who now wait beneath a tattered archway for my return. Cast out from heaven by the gods themselves, thrust into forever's hour, sorrow's turmoil, a shadow plucked from the valley of souls, a flicker of candle inflaming the air with sweet residues of nothing, separated from a garden of light, For what, may you ask, has brought me to this fate? The broken cusp, separating me from loved ones, my blinding of that dreaded beast, the one who torments me, engulfs whole cities with his bare hands, nibbles olives the size of giant sequoias with repugnant fingers, while thousands starve in the streets. I breathe his name with disgust. Polyphemus, the monstrous offspring to none other than the great water spirit himself, he who swore vengeance as mighty as his son's screams, offering me exile, outcast, left to roam the world uprooted forever? Part 3. In the cave. In that dread of stone and dirt, I watched with horror you separate brave men from the sheaths that held their spirits. I who am called nobody, then I shall save nobody for last. I waited for the freed sun to cast its last lick of light upon these sickened walls, and with the might of 1,000 thrust my spear deep within that tumescent orb of decay, burning my feet with its tyrannous poison. With screams that frightened all but the ravens who stayed to drink its irradiance unscathed, fellow travelers of the night, I walk with evening's shadows, tossed from island to island, one day perhaps returning home to gaze upon my tended gardens. Until then, I go from triumph to tragedy, guided by sirens, a never-ending journey between solitudes. Thank you.
That's very evocative. I can even feel the roll of the ship. What was it? The Pequod or the Argo or... What was it, Michael?
Was it the Argo?
No. No, that was Jason.
Yes.
Pequod
He might have lent the ship, The Pequod, the less said, the better.
That's right. Okay.
What possessed you?
I've always been entranced by the Odyssey, and actually I'm taking a class, and uptown at the 92nd Street Y, and we were given an assignment to write about a myth, and it all seemed to gel. Just this urge to, and I guess I identify perhaps with the myths. I've always been intrigued by them, so it gave me a medium to kind of explode with words, so to speak. And I really love the assignment, and I love the piece. So
I guess we could say you hearkened to the siren song there, eh, Michael? Tell him, Michael. Okay.
Oh, good.
Very good. So, what else do you do for a poetry living, such as it is?
A poetry living. Well, I'm fortunate enough to have been featured around, and I do co-host uptown on the Upper West Side. One of four co-hosts at the Centerfold. I guess it's the Centerfold Cafe. It's in a wonderful space. It's in a church on 86th Street between Broadway and West End.
That's West 86th for those who are not in Manhattan.
Right, West 86th Street, yes. And it's a wonderful reading. It's every Friday evenings from 5:45 till whenever, and it's a wonderful...
What does a reading want with four co-hosts?
Well, we alternate to get variety, and we all have different styles. We all know different people, so we bring in a variety of people to feature there. So it kind of breaks things up, makes it exciting.
You've been there, haven't you, Michael?
Yes, I have. Do they do music there as well?
Yes, there's music. People do acting. People sing.
Right.
Yeah, but we didn't bring you on here just to talk about Centerfold. We brought you on to talk about you. So how about another poem?
Oh, okay. I'll read another piece. Okay, this is a little different. This is longer. This is an experience. It's a little closer to home than the Odyssey. This is called Coffee and Neruda. Okay. Coffee and Neruda. We brushed against metal book-filled dominoes, inhaling hidden residues of beehives and musty apples, fingers rubbing tarnished pages, awkward, careful not to disturb the sanctity of silent turning. You pulled a copy of Neruda, hands danced through its pages like glass beads falling in the rain. These archetypes of loneliness, an empty conch shell dangling from your ears, whispering, cupping hands around spines, rapturous like warm oceans, covering skin with turquoise, the scent of earth upon your lips. Laughter, that nervous affliction, placing books back to back within their fertile restive places, this distempered sleep, to travel the woods with frost forever. I've walked these sun-baked hills before. Taking the staff across furrowed fields, I begin again, smiling over coffee and Neruda.
Now let me make sure I have this straight. Do you start with the coffee and add the Neruda? Or do you start with the Neruda and add the coffee?
Well, they seem synonymous, but I guess they can happen at the same time.
Ah, okay. What else do you add into your poetry? You got another poem in there?
Oh, I'd love to. Love to read another one. Mm-hmm. This is a real early one. This one I enjoy. I'll read this. It really has no title. Or we could call it Feather.
Mm-hmm.
I am a feather floating, freed from the body of a bird, drifting in the wind, brushing leaf-locked ice age stone, soaring above mountains. A feather swinging on storm-filled morning sun clouds, taking shelter, lifted off ocean-rescued shadows of a turbulent sea. I reach your window's ledge, land on your pillow, and am caught in the crevices of your hair, a sweet reminder of falling.
Mm-hmm. And since, as you say, you came to poetry a little on the late side,
yes.
Do you have any advice for other late bloomers?
Work hard, stay focused, and read and listen.
Mm-hmm. And put Neruda in your coffee.
Sure, that's right, and put a lot of Neruda in your coffee.
Okay. Any future plans? I mean, now that you've done St. Mark's and all that, what's next?
Oh God, whatever good fortune may find me, I'm open to it.
Well, Jonathan Winell, was our good fortune to have you on Poet the Poet, and thanks for coming on. We'll be right back with Michael Howley.
Thank you.
So don't go away.